Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be talking about how you can start a creative journal, or a junk journal, or a scrapbook, or whatever you want to call it. This is like how I went about and still go about journaling. I've been doing creative journaling for over a year now, and I've really stuck to it, and I really enjoy it. I had a really hard time keeping a journal when I was just writing in it. By starting to incorporate like stickers and lots of colors and putting things into it, I found that was like the way that I really stuck to it, was by incorporating all these creative elements. It became fun. It felt like less of a chore. When I was just writing, it felt like a chore and I didn't want to do it. But by incorporating these creative elements, it didn't feel like a burden. It felt like something I looked forward to doing, and I even became like hyper fixated on it for a bit. Number one thing, if you want to journal but you're having a really hard time sticking with it, not that you have to do it like every day, incorporate creative elements, use fun pens, put stickers in, paste in junk from throughout your day. If you're having a hard time sticking with a journal, switch it up a little bit. Now, these are some of the supplies that I use to journal with. Obviously, you don't have to like follow everything I'm doing, but this might give you some ideas for what you want to use when you start to creative journal. I wasn't given any of this, no sponsors obviously. I just genuinely love some of these products I'm going to show you. First, you need a journal. Pretty much any notebook, sketchbook. I'm currently using the Moleskine, I don't really know how to pronounce it, classic hardcover notebook. I'll actually show you what it looked like before I put all this stuff in it. This is what the notebook looks like with nothing in it. Obviously, there's a huge difference here. This is probably 3 months of use by me. I'd say on average, I think in the past year I filled out about 4 journals. So one for every season kind of, one every 3 or 4 months. I'm probably gonna have this finished in the next month or so. And I don't actually think they make the white one anymore, not in this model at least. This is the one that has blank pages. You can get them with lined paper or bullet journal paper or blank paper. So a lot of options for whatever you want. I have 2 of those journals because I got them in a 2-pack at Winners. And if you're not from Canada, Winners is kind of like a TJ Maxx or a TK Maxx. It's like a discount store. So I got 2 for I think $17 Canadian. And honestly, I wouldn't buy these notebooks at full price. Don't get me wrong, I really like the notebook. For regular price, they're like 30 bucks, and that's a little bit much for a journal for me. So honestly, like if you find the Moleskine books on sale, get them. They're quite nice journals. There are a lot of dupes out there. I'll link the journal I got below on their website, but obviously like you can probably get it for a better price besides their website. The 2 for $17 deal was like amazing, but I haven't seen it since I bought it. But definitely keep your eye on like Winners or TJ Maxx or something for journals, because honestly they have really good deals on that sort of stuff. I think one of my favorite styles of notebooks has like the rubber band in place to kind of keep it from exploding, and has the blank pages. I also like a good spiral bound. This one isn't spiral bound, but not a deal breaker for me. I've used a lot of different notebooks and journals for this sort of thing. I've used like regular lined school notebooks that are like 50 cents. I just find like lines are kind of like limiting my creativeness when it comes to junk journaling. And some people might like the lines. I can definitely work around the lines. It's not a deal breaker, but I prefer blank pages or bullet journal pages. Lined notebooks, if you're creative enough, are gonna be super cool and unique and be an awesome junk journal. This is a bullet journal from Urban Outfitters. It's pretty cute. I did put a rubber band on there to keep it closed. I added some pins on the spine, and it's super thick. Pretty cute. Urban Outfitters is pretty expensive though, but you can get bullet journals just on like Amazon or whatever. And that kind of gives you the structure of having lines if you want to like write or be neat or whatever, but it's not lines, so you still kind of have like that creative freedom as you would a blank piece of paper. I have like this random notebook that I got gifted. It's a lined spiral bound notebook. It has like no brand. I think it was also from Winners. Winners has a ton of cute lined notebooks. Most of the notebooks that they have are lined. They don't have a ton of like bullet journals or blank ones that I find. But honestly, like the covers are so cute. I did add a Scott Pilgrim sticker on there and another sticker, so ignore that. But the cover has like mushrooms on it. and they're pretty cute. So like if you're into that, check out Winners. They're probably like all under 10 bucks and they have super cute designs and covers. And you don't necessarily have to get like a new notebook for this. If you have like an old journal that you've never used, use that. If you have old school notebooks, like just lined like Staples notebooks, use that. It doesn't really matter what notebook you use. As you do it more, you'll get preferences for what kind of journal you want. But just starting out, if like you don't have the money to buy something new, or if you don't want to buy something new, use what you got. It's gonna look super cool either way probably. I have journal preferences now that I've been doing it for a bit, but some people might not care. They're just gonna use whatever they can get their hands on. But to journal, you need a notebook, unless you're doing an online journal, but that's not what this video is about. This is about creative, physical journaling, and you need a notebook to do that. You will need something to write or draw with. My current favorite pens I've been using, I keep them in this Hello Kitty container. They're these Zebra Sarasa pens. I think that's how you pronounce it. Again, got in a pack at Winners for like 8 bucks for 12. I love Winners. They're a really nice, like kind of fine line felt tip pen. I know that's not going to be everyone's taste, but for what I do, I quite like it. They're really nice colors as well. I also quite like this pen. This is the Pentel Brush Sign Pen. This is kind of like a more calligraphy style pen. Not that I do calligraphy, but it's really fun to use and they're not super expensive. It was like a couple bucks, and it's super nice looking. I also like to use Jelly Roll pens. You can get these at like Michael's or pretty much any craft store. They're a couple bucks each, and they're just really nice looking gel pens. They do smear though, so you gotta be careful about that. I also own some of the Pentel Flare pens, and they're dupes. So this is the Pentel Flare pen. This is the dupe. It says like Jolly Rancher on it. The dupes I got at Dollar Tree. These are both really nice felt tip pens. They're not my favorite. They do have really nice colors. They're super easy to use, and they're pretty accessible. You can get them like just at the grocery store even sometimes, or Dollar Tree for the dupes. So they definitely are an option. I do use them. They're not my favorite pen though. For highlighters, I really like these Zebra mild liners. I've had like a pack of 12 or 16 of these or something since I was in high school, and most of them are still going pretty strong. They're just super nice, like pastel highlighters. They're double-ended, so one side is a traditional highlighter, one side is like more like a pen. I love these highlighters. They're awesome. When they all die, I'm gonna repurchase them. I also have these thicker Faber-Castell, I think that's how you pronounce it, highlighters. Again, they're a bit more pastel, they're thicker, they're really cute. I got gifted these, so I don't really know what they even sell them anymore, but they're quite nice. I don't typically use Sharpies in my journal just because they will bleed through the pages, but I do use them for things that I'm gonna paste into my journal. So if I draw or write on something else and then put it in my journal, Sharpies are good to have around, I guess, but I wouldn't recommend using them for your writing unless you have like super thick pages that is not gonna bleed through and wreck your pages. Then you're gonna need something to stick stuff into your journal with. And my absolute favorite is glue tape. You can get glue tape at a lot of different places. You can get it at the dollar store, at least here in Canada. You can get it at Michael's, you can get it at Walmart, Amazon, Temu, pretty much anywhere. This one is just from Dollarama. It was like $1.25. It works fine. Like, it's not the best one, but it works really well for what I need. Glue tape is kind of like a whiteout, so you roll it and it's sticky. So it's sticky like tape, but you apply it kind of like glue, I guess. You can stick this to literally anything and it will stick in your journal. You can put it on plastic, you can put it on paper, you can put it on metal, basically anything, and it will stick in your journal with this. This is just, it's not messy. You don't need scissors or a special like cutter or anything to cut it. It's just so convenient for sticking things in, and I love it so much more than Scotch tape or glue or anything. And nothing shows. There's no glue marks, there's no tape marks. It just looks super seamless when it's in your journal. So honestly, if you're gonna get anything to stick stuff into your journal with, get glue tape. You can also just use a regular glue stick. Not a huge fan. I prefer the glue tape, but you know, most people are gonna have a glue stick and not glue tape. Another thing that I've found, I've only ever found it at Dollar Tree. I'm sure they have it at like craft stores or whatever, but it's a glue marker. So this is literally a marker that is filled with glue, and I think it's meant for like stamping and embossing and stuff like that. But this is super awesome for like really tiny things that maybe are hard to stick with like a glue stick or glue tape. You just draw on the back of the item or on your page and you stick it and it stays. Washi tape is adhesion and decoration. You can get tons of, it's not focusing, you can get tons of fun prints just online, like Amazon, Shein, Temu, whatever. Daiso is a place I like to get washi tape from. It's very affordable and they have really cute designs. A pair of scissors is always a good thing to have to cut stuff. You can also use like an X-Acto knife if you want to get really precise. And now the fun part, get junk to put in your junk journal. I love stickers. They go beyond just like junk for my junk journal. They're almost like a necessity for me to have. You can get stickers that like express your mood or describe what you were doing throughout the day, or they can just be like characters that you like or stickers that you think are really cute. I like to get a mix. I like to get ones that I just think are cute and that are things that I like. And I also like to get ones that kind of describe my day or describe how I'm feeling. So I like to get ones sometimes that are like emotions, or I like to get ones that are different foods. So when I talk about, oh, I went to this restaurant, I can put like a little sticker of the food that I ate in there. I get these like big vinyl stickers just on like Amazon or Temu or whatever. This is like a Jellycat pack, so they're all different stuffies. Sticker sheets, I have like a bunch of them, or like sticker booklets or whatever. These are just from like Etsy or Amazon, Temu, Walmart, pretty much everywhere sells sticker sheets. The really cute ones are gonna be on Etsy though, or from local artists or whatever. You can also use stickers to decorate the cover of your journal, as I've done here, if it's a little plain and needs sprucing up. Scrapbooking paper is another thing that's really nice to have. Most of my scrapbooking paper has been lying around in my craft bin for years. This is what I keep most of my scrapbooking paper in. I don't have a ton right now, just because I've been trying to use up what I've had in my craft stuff for years. But yeah, you can get scrapbooking paper at like a scrapbooking store or Michael's or online. I actually got this mini pad of scrapbooking paper recently at Dollarama, and it's kind of like the perfect size. I also have a package that just has like lined paper from like old notebooks and stuff, tear out a page. If I want the structure of lines, I can use one of those papers, paste it in. I also have like notepads and stuff. I have this like Snoop Dogg notepad that I got from Urban Outfitters. I have like this little to-do list one. I can put little to-do lists in my journal. Like you can use newspaper, construction paper, whatever, wrapping paper. It just kind of like makes your journal, like you can use it as like a background or something in your journal, and it just makes it look super cool. Something really fun that I've bought for my journal is a mini thermal printer. It has a little face. I got this on Amazon. I don't remember the exact price, but it was like under $40 Canadian. It prints regular thermal paper as well as sticker paper. So I use this to make custom stickers for my journal. And it uses thermal technology, kind of like printing a receipt. So it doesn't need any ink and it's super portable. You don't need to buy like replacement cartridges for it or anything. A big downside to this though is it only prints black and white, and it supposedly fades after time. I haven't really noticed any of mine fading, and I've had this for almost a year. So I guess that's a good thing, but maybe just like be aware of that. Like don't use it for anything super permanent that you want to keep. I think if like creative journaling is something you want to stick with, something like this would be a really good investment to kind of like jazz up your journal and keep that creative process flowing. Of course, you can use just like a regular printer for this as well. I like to use both in conjunction. This is nice to keep along with my regular printer, but this is nice if I want to just print something super quick. And you need some true junk. Simply collect stuff from your daily life. I collect random things throughout my day, mainly paper products, and then at the end of the day, I put it all in my journal. I tape it in or glue it in or whatever. I tend to try not to hold on to things that are thicker than a piece of cardboard. Probably even thinner than a piece of cardboard, like a thin piece of cardboard, like packaging cardboard or whatever. Just because if you collect thicker things, your journal's gonna get thicker and it's gonna be really hard to close. You saw mine earlier. Things like little papers, little labels, stickers, those all work great. The most common junk that you can get a hold of, or at least I get a hold of, is receipts. Start asking to keep your receipts if you're offered one at the store. You can paste the whole thing in or rip off part of it just to like show what you bought. You can cut out the store logo or little pictures on it. Packaging from things you buy is also a great thing to put in, like clothing tags or cutting the logo or a picture out of a piece of packaging. A pretty common packaging type that I put in is clean food wrappers. So like the paper package from Chopsticks when I get sushi. For more interesting junk, if you have a Polaroid camera, you can take Polaroids and put that in, that's super cute. You can put tickets or wristbands from events that you go to. Not that like most events even have physical tickets anymore, but if you do, like a concert wristband or a concert ticket or whatever, you can put that in. Honestly, anything that's like paper or packaging, put it in your journal. The possibilities are endless. Now that I've kind of like discussed what I use to journal and what you could use to journal, let's go through making a journal entry together. So here we have all of the junk from my day that we're going to be putting into my journal, lots of different packaging and stuff. And then I stuck some labels and stuff onto my thermal printer. I tend to do this with like stickers and labels and stuff just until I put them into my journal. Here we have my journal, the Moleskine one, Moleskine, whatever. We're gonna open it up and find the next blank page. And then I keep all of my large vinyl stickers in these foil packets. Here I am just kind of going through the stickers and making a little pile of the ones that I want. And I organized the stickers in the little foil baggies by the pack that they come in. So I have like the Jellycat pack and whatnot. These are all my sticker sheets. I'm gonna unstick the ones that I want to put into my journal and stick them onto my thermal printer. I have like date stickers that I use to say what day I wrote, and then just a bunch of fun stickers. I also have like letters and numbers and stuff like that if I want to use those. And now I'm gonna pick out a piece of scrapbooking paper from this new pack that I showed you guys. And I'm gonna be using one of the Sarasa pens in this blue color. And now we're gonna start the journal entry. So first I'm gonna put that little date sticker. I did this one on August 30th. And let's get out my glue tape and my glue pen. I'm going to use my glue pen to just make this label that I got from the fudge store a little bit stickier, just because it was on a bag and it lost some of its stickiness. And now we're going to add a couple of vinyl stickers. I went out with my grandma and we went to get fudge and we went to a coffee shop. And then I did a couple errands after that. And then I'm just writing about what I did, kind of boring. As you can see, the stickers that I've put in kind of represent like going to the fudge store and going to the coffee shop. So I have like baked goods and Alice in Wonderland drinking a Drink Me bottle. I just thought that was super cute. I love the little crying guy sticker from my previous entry. I think he's so funny. Now I'm taking this Shoppers Drug Mart receipt. This was one of the stores that I went to after meeting my grandma. And I just tore off the top that says the logo and what I bought at the store. And I'm just using some Miffy washi tape from Daiso to tape that in. Then I'm going to continue writing about my day, writing like going to Shoppers and stuff and running my errands. In just a moment, you're going to see the other store receipts and packaging that I put in there. Now I'm pretty much done this page, but just to put some final touches, I'm putting some little stickers. I put a little flower sticker and then a couple of these little foil stickers I got from the dollar store. I love little stickers like this just to fill in the gaps. Now we're on the next page. I've put this clip I'm putting in this makeup eraser packaging. I went to big box outlet store and I found some makeup erasers. So I'm putting in the packaging, and then I'm cutting out just the logo on the big box outlet store receipt and putting that in as well. And then I'm going to write about going to that store. So I went to Shoppers Drug Mart, and then I went to Big Box Outlet. Also, I do write personal stuff in my journal sometimes, but I made sure that this entry that I was recording wasn't super personal, so I kind of just describe my day in this entry. I do that a lot if I'm not getting super personal. Now we're just adding a couple stickers. I added this Garfield sticker and this little tiger, just random ones just to decorate. And then we're going to put more of those foil stickers on just to fill in the gaps. Now we're moving on to the next page. I had actually bought my glue pen that day, so I'm putting in the packaging from that. I'd gone to a dollar store after the outlet store, and I bought the glue pen and 2 packs of stickers. So I got Garfield stickers and Nightmare Before Christmas stickers for my upcoming Disney journal. So I'm just writing that I found those. I was really happy about finding the Nightmare Before Christmas stickers. Then I'm putting in this scrapbooking paper, which I also got at the dollar store. And I'm putting in my Dollarama receipt. So I went to 2 dollar stores, I'm just remembering now. I went to Great Canadian Dollar Store, got the sticker packs and the glue marker, and then I went to Dollarama and I got the scrapbooking paper as well as a phone tripod. And I'm just using some washi tape from Walmart to put in that receipt. And I'm continuing writing. Now I finished that page, so I'm going to finish it off with a couple stickers that I've put aside, as well as some of those foil stickers. And now we're on the next page. I'm going to continue writing. I'm going to put in that sticker. So after all my errands, I went and visited someone at the mall. So I got dinner and we hung out at the mall and I bought a few more things. So this is definitely a very packaging heavy journal entry. Some days are like this, usually if I go to the mall or run a bunch of errands. So I had bought a pair of shorts at H&M on clearance, so I'm putting in, there was like 4 different tags for this. I picked out 3 because one of them was kind of boring. So I'm putting in all those tags, adding this little bunny sticker, adding a price tag from something I bought at Urban Outfitters. I don't have the packaging from the item I bought at Urban Outfitters because I was buying it for an event I was attending, so I was actually not keeping it. So I just put the price tag in there. Adding some more foil stickers to finish off that page. And then I bought a pair of like travel scissors for my trip at Finca, so I'm putting in that packaging. And then I ended up getting a water at Starbucks before taking the SkyTrain home, so I put in the little Starbucks label. And then I was kind of upset about Air Canada potentially going on strike, so I put in a little angry guy sticker. And we're gonna finish it off with some foil stickers. And that's the end of that journal entry. So that's the first page that we did. second and third page, fourth and fifth page. And that was the entry for today. Or I guess technically yesterday. I was mainly writing about yesterday. Thank you guys so much for watching. I plan to do more like journal and creative videos soon. So yeah, stay tuned.